communist at a Peopleo place, the internet's only YouTube channel. When people complete tasks, perhaps an aspirational title. I'm not going to deny that. I've got a goal. Goals. G, goals. O, only goals. A, all goals. L, love goals. S, some more goals. Let's do it. I've been watching a lot of these videos. This is like Veterans Center or whatever, interviewing surviving World War II veterans. Seems like they started doing it maybe 10 years ago, so they're all pretty old. But it's super interesting hearing these guys describe their combat experience, and also seeing the different ways in which they remain impacted / traumatized by it or whatever. There's one guy from New York who his job was lowering the ramps on the landing boats on D-Day, on the landing boat on D-Day. So he made multiple trips back and forth to get guys to go be the guys who charged out onto the beach, you know. And he made 15 total trips and survived, but also brought back with him in the boat 300 and some dead bodies. That he survived is insane, you know. Like, his job was, the boat apparently by the time they were done with it was just riddled with bullet holes, with just Swiss cheese, he said, but somehow none of the bullets had hit him, you know. How crazy is that? There's a new Predator movie trailer that came out recently. In this film, the Predator is the main character. You know, the word predator has changed in its connotation a lot, I think. Now I think the word typically has a connotation of a human predator, which is not a good connotation at all, you know? I need to put the lids on these trash cans. That's not one of the tasks that I'm talking about, but although it is a task that needs completing. But the plan here today is to go to the rental, put up the drapes, put the plates back on in the bathroom, and hopefully, if I could really go crazy, also do the pressure washing. I was thinking about grabbing some Up Dog for lunch. Would you recommend? I don't know what that is. Erica De Nicola said hi. Grady Wilson, when are we going to hit that blunt? I'm smoking a cigarette right now. What advice would you give to a 20-year-old ephemeral? Asks, poop when you can, don't wait till you have to. That's what I would say. Otherwise, it'll go back up inside you. That's good advice. Rachel typically gives the advice, don't stand with your knees locked. That's also good advice. Never eat anything that's radioactive. I would say that's pretty good advice. Always cut away from yourself. Advice my dad gave me when I was a kid. Served me well. Always cut away from yourself. Measure twice, cut once. Right tool for the right job. Let the tool do the work, Eric. Something my dad used to say to me a lot. Because, it's like, I'll be sawing something and I want us to go faster, so push harder. It's like, no, that's not how you do it. You let the tool do the work, Eric. I still tell myself periodically to remind myself, no, calm down, let the tool do the work. My dad would also tell me frequently, don't try to reinvent the wheel, which is another form of right tool for the right job. It's like, let's say I was screwing things in, all of a sudden I needed to hammer something in. I'd try to hammer it with the back of the screwdriver, right, rather than get an actual hammer. That would make my dad very upset. Stop trying to reinvent the wheel. Learn Sativa University needs more lenses because the dispensaries are causing people to have unexplainable drug tests while they don't drink alcohol, which is a killer drug. I don't know. Alcohol is a bad drug for only some people, Other people, they don't have a problem with alcohol. Oh yeah, well, 32D, I'm fluidly everything. So I'm fluidly racial, I'm fluidly gender, fluidly age. Everything about me changes on a regular basis. Right now, I'm 100% man, but at any given other moment, I might be 100% woman. So it's not anything it could possibly go roughly because it's always transitioning back and forth in every direction. Yeah, well, it's not even a journey. It's just who I am. I'm just constantly changing. Right now, my race is Argentinian. My gender is man. My age is, what am I, 41 right now? Yeah. My language is English. That changes as well. Often I'll speak other languages that people don't know and that don't exist. Anyway, that whole transition thing joke that you're trying to do there, I don't know, troll or whatever it is, it's obviously not going to work on somebody like me. You got to be a little bit more selective than that. Good morning, LF Not. How's it going? I've got some tasks I got to do. But I find myself not in a huge hurry to do those tasks. I wonder why not. Well, perhaps it's because those tasks aren't very fun. You got tasks to do as well? Unable to find any footing here, the troll has moved on to attempt the same thing someplace else. Let's call it. It's like anybody who's spent any time live streaming has heard that shit a million times before. It's not going to work on anybody with any actual intelligence or experience with. I don't want more coffee. I'll drink a different drink. I don't want more coffee. Let's have a 7-Up. 7-Up. Real, authentic, original 7-Up. So, you may ask yourself, what, Eric? Which tasks do you have to do? Be more specific. All right, I will. I'll be more specific. I think I already did. Be more specific. But I'll be more specific again. I gotta go finish installing the drapes over there. That's number one, I guess. Let me pull up the thing on the big screen, but then probably I'll just have to turn on the TV and we'll have to go. We'll have to go over to the other house. I want to be done with it, and I got a few lingering muggity meows that I got to finish. It's super annoying. Would you sell me your snake and eggs after transition? Oh, no, I'm keeping them. I'm having mine be re-put onable. How do you tell the difference between introvert ENTP and an INTP? I mean, there's no such thing as an introverted ENTP. ENTPs are definitely extroverts. ENTPs are likely to answer the question, do people think you're more extroverted than you actually are? Or do people think you're more introverted than you actually are? If people think you're more extroverted than you actually are, then you're likely to be an INTP. It doesn't work this way for me, but it it seems that introverts especially are going to say people think I'm more extroverted than I actually am because they're displaying their tool function all the time, which is an extroverted function. ENTPs, it's a little bit less clear cut. They're going to think that they're more extroverted than people think they actually are, because I think ENTPs are likely to identify as also more introverted than they actually are. Because of course, when people hear me talking about things a lot on live stream and stuff, obviously I'm extroverting my intuition here. But no, I don't have anything like that where I write about it. I should resume writing about it, but I'm not doing that right now. No, I did not know anything about that. Melwin Wilson. The thing is, people hear me extroverting all the time, but what they don't see is the fact that the stuff I'm talking about, I've thought about it a lot before I start talking about it. Hi, Rachel. How you doing? Thanks for saying I'm so handsome. It's because I took my beauty pills this morning. You know, you are pretty handsome. Get over here, you. What? Let me wipe some dust off you. Get away from me, Porter. That Porter. Hi, Jay Turnbull. Where did this said hi thing come from? And why does it exist? Hmm? Everybody wants to know that. Hunter Biden Gaming. Do you support the Nation of Islam? No. What do you do when you don't feel like doing anything, even when there are things you know you should do? Well, I start live streaming. I title it something like "I'm going to do chores," and then hopefully I follow through. Being a Gen Z is hard. I guess so. I don't know. My daughter, she's 26. Does that make her Gen Z? Am I going for the Gandalf? No, I just haven't gotten around to cutting my hair. It's not like I'm going for anything. This is what it looks like when I don't do things, right? When I'm not making an effort to do anything, it looks like this, or even more. If I had never made an effort to do anything, it would be so big now. It'd be all the way to the floor. Come on, there. Claude Master 3000. Oh, so cloggy. Just unclog. God, I don't want to fight with you right now. This, I need more of these things. Did I get a bunch of them last time we went, Rachel? And I don't even know where I put them. It must be the same place my adapters are. Why do the goals we consciously choose to take on feel less important than whims? Well, if you're an ENTP at least, it is the case that you're an action type and you prefer to preserve your ability to take action in any given moment over taking action now that commits you to future action. Like, in other words, anytime you say, okay, I've decided on what my plan is and this is what I'm doing, well, then you're locked into not just beginning it, but the next steps as well. The more planned you are, the more you've sold your future agency just to the present, right? You said, um, I would give up the ability to choose to do something random tomorrow because I'm committing to this 3-day thing today. Don't do that. Don't do that here. I don't know. I don't know what that's all about, but don't do that here. I think it's more likely that you're doing something evil to some actual person than actually representing yourself. So no, do not do that here. All right, they were in a little brown bag, which is where I keep all my money. What are my thoughts on the war on Gaza? Well, I think that's an interesting way to to phrase. It's an interesting name for the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. It's rather like calling the Civil War the War of Northern Aggression. It's a fun little way to poison the well. Anyway, what I think about it, I think I'm tired of it existing. It's been going on since I was in high school, well before I was in high school. But when I was in high school as a debater, we used Israel-Palestine as an impact or a link story to various impacts, you know? So it's like what I've suggested before is we get all the Israelis and all the Palestinians and we take them all out of the Holy Land and make them live in separate parts of Africa. And then we'll move the African animals to the Holy Land and then we can open up a casino safari park. Holy Land Casino Safari Park. And then neither the Israelis nor the Palestinians would get to have that land. They can both go fuck themselves. Done and done. When dealing with tasks that require some degree of long-term commitment, what can we do to mitigate inattention? Well, if you're an ENTP, you do this. You want to try to structure things so that you're on display as much as possible because you don't want to perform badly in front of other people. But if you're an INTP, well, you are just plain fucked, I think. SC Polar is terrible. It's like a disability. I mean, SE8 is bad enough. Why am I always losing my things? What's on the other side? If I was in the military and they put me in charge of like keeping track of these items and passing them out to the right people and stuff, I would certainly be court-martialed. What do you mean you lost 1 million bullets, Eric? I mean, I don't know where I put them. If I was on the trade war, I mean, I think it's dumb, of course. Free trade is ideal to the extent that it can be managed without rewarding anti-competitive practices. But I think the worst thing that Trump's doing of all, actually, is his approach to Ukraine. He's basically saying, Ukraine, it's your fault for not giving Crimea to Putin. It's like, oh my God, you fucking retard. Logistics, supply and CO, yeah. But yeah, if they made me that guy, and it would be an honest mistake, but I'd be like, I don't know where I put all those guns. I'm sorry. They've got to be around here somewhere. And then even they'd be like, everyone was looking, no one would know where they are. I'm really good at losing things. Oh my God, I know, ridiculous, a left not. Ridiculous, right? Who's the hottest Republican? I don't know. I agree with you, left not, but back then the United States seemed to be a more reliable partner in things than it does nowadays. Makes me want to just shake my head. Let's not talk about it. It's depressing. Let's pretend everything's fine. This is fine. All right, let's go ahead and do it. After we smoke a cigarette, we'll go over to the other house. We'll get a few things done. We'll feel like world champions of majesty. Smocking. I think it's ridiculous how when shows tell you at the outset, like, what bad things there are in them, like violence, sexual themes, or whatever. And they have smoking as one of the things. It'd be like murder, self-harm, sexual violence, smoking. Hi.
I'd like to go with you to the other house. Do you mind if I just get ready first and eat something?
You do your thing, lady.
Okay.
When you're ready to go, you let me know and we'll go then.
Okay.
Okay. Like, smoking doesn't belong in the same list as those other things. How often do I rub one out? Rarely. I almost always, well, not almost always, but the vast majority of the time, I have sexual intercourse with my wife, to whom I am married. That's a better way to go for me. Howdy, the Blue Baron. Hi, Carlos Paeva. How's the exotic land of Holland treating you? Well, it's an interesting thing to scroll up. Can this even get better? There's no way to get in power without selling your soul. Trump is the closest thing to a president from outside of politics, and look what that. Well, I mean, I would say if Trump could do it, in theory, I could do it, but I need enough of a beginning level of visibility, name awareness. It's greater than I have now, but I mean, look, it'd be great if there was another person like me out there who was correct and who was willing to serve. I think the country would benefit dramatically by a Strauss presidency. But it's like I got a lot of stuff to take care of here for just my family's long-term well-being. I need to get a job, and I'm gonna have to get my teeth fixed before I do that. It's gonna cost a lot, so certainly I'm not gonna be able to run for office in a serious way without getting my teeth fixed as well. Well, Carlos Paiva, I don't know if there are many people trying to do that or not, but what I would point out is if there's someone out there who's as correct as I am, or even close, willing to serve with the necessary understanding of what it means to be a citizen statesman, what it means, what core American values are, etc., and who's able and willing to establish and sustain the right discursive environment, then I'd be 100% behind him, or her. But I don't see. I think the challenge is this. First of all, I've never encountered anybody else who's even close to as correct about all political matters as I am. Right? So there's that, right? As far as I can tell, there's not anybody. I don't know, Carlos. I don't know. The thing is, I can't do everything, right? I can be the guy, but I don't I don't think I can both be the guy and get myself elected. No, I don't want any. I'm not interested in any lesser political office than president because what I offer most of all is an expert management of the bully pulpit. In other words, the language of the United States will be correct. It's like everything will be correct. And I will do what I can to repair core checks and balances. I will use the Justice Department to constrain the power of the presidency. Go ahead. Pick a side of the door. I don't know. It's like, what exactly does one have to do to get the best candidate in American history to actually be running for president and electable? I don't know. I do know that were I to meaningfully run and be considered a viable candidate, that I would be the best candidate in American history. We'd have to see 4 years later if that best candidate turned into a great president or not, of course, because presidencies are evaluated in terms of their outcomes, by and large. A president who presides over a period of prosperity and problem solving and progress be perceived as a good president. I'd like to follow the lead of a Polk presidency. 4 years. That's it. I do have I do have plenty of writings that are available publicly. I could put a link to like the documents folder for you if you want. I need to write a new political platform because the one I have is dated. At least I need to update it. I think it's the part that I could keep, I guess. Which door did I come out of? The front door. Oh, I have a documents folder that has a bunch of documents in it. Tenzin Shedap. Hello. Okay, were you here before? Hi, Rahul viewer. He's already in that, no worries. What's the mom? Hi, Stephanie. It's you, Lettuce. Hi, Lettuce. Anyone else in chat know where I can find his writings? I'll get the document folder link for you. I do have a blog as well, but it's not like I'm actively writing on it. And it's just, it's not really much MBTI stuff there. Bro, forget the originals. Bro, forgot the originals? What are the originals? You were there from the start? Oh, right. Okay. Let's see what I can find here. Finding things. That's always fun. Go to my drive. Talking about my drive. Share. Copy link. Here's the folder. It's got a lot of stuff in it. Am I living alone? I don't have any children with me. I do have my wife here. My child, she's 26 years old and she lives in Los Angeles. So, I don't see her very often. Even though it's only 5 hours away. It's like, I don't really have any other family besides my wife and my daughter, so. I guess it's like if there were more people, then my daughter and I would both have to go to some combined family thing. But since we don't, we just kind of like, you're cool, I'm cool, we're cool. At least you have something to cheer up. I have none. I'm sorry to hear that. Mayank Bahardwaj. Yeah. I got a, it's called, let me see. I'm going to look in Google Docs. This is the old platform. It's called Realizing the Promise of the American Democracy. Isn't that a nice name? I really don't need of the. Realizing the Promise of American Democracy is a better title for this. Okay, so escape. Share. Copy link. Done. Pew. Pew. Paste. Pew. Enter. There. Republic will call you a commie and Denver will call you Hitler. Well, neither will call me either of those things without me busting their chops, right? Because step one in realizing the premise of American democracy is to actually engage in political discourse about policy instead of about people and teams. If all you can do is hate the other team and forget that we're all one team, then stay out of politics entirely. I don't want your voice involved. Well, that's not very inclusive of you, Eric. Well, then grow up. Be an adult about shit. If you don't want to be an adult about shit, then be not an adult about shit in some other less important area. At noontime, it is very hard to come out of the room. Too much hot weather in India. Well, it's about time to recondition them. Look, I'm not a give up Gus, okay? I don't believe that things are too far gone, that there's no way to salvage things, there's no way to convince people that smart, reasonable, effective leader is desirable over some one of these fucking tards. Well, the thing is, there isn't a. Well, I think that's exactly the case. Is that the time is ripe. The time is ripe for a real change that meaningfully reinvents the American democracy, keeping its core values and, you know, respecting the constraints described by the Constitution, and also not being an ideologue and recognizing that things like environmental protection are pretty important and are appropriately a federal matter, even though it's not one of the enumerated powers of the federal government. Our Secretary of Defense brings his wife into meetings. The lack of seriousness concerns me. Well, signal chats to you. Well, the thing is, I would bring Rachel. I would bring Rachel for sure.
Yeah.
So I that doesn't bother me that he brings his wife. Do I know the difference between an ESFP and an ESTP? Yeah. They're, in some ways, quite different. Yeah, I trust Rachel. I mean, well, if she's going to do her role in advising me, she needs to know.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, like if Eric wanted my opinion on something, or if I needed clarification, probably more.
I would see myself wanting Rachel to be at certain kinds of meetings and not caring in other kinds of meetings. You know?
Right.
It's like if there's meeting with other world leaders or something like that, I want Rachel present, even if she's not sitting right next to me, so I can get her perspective on things after the after the fact. If it's like talking with generals about military specifics, I don't think Rachel would be interested in being there. There would be no reason for her to be there, but I wouldn't keep her away if she wanted to be there.
I may have questions after. Help me understand.
But yeah, I'm obviously very bothered by Trump's commentary on Ukraine. Like, how much of an ESFP could he possibly be? Talk about TI polar. Oh, it's Ukraine's fault for not rolling over faster.
Wow.
What a fucking retard. Well, I mean, I left not. The bottom line is this. I've got to first things first. I got to take care of stuff, right? I got to get this house done. I got to get this house sold. I got to get my teeth fixed. I got to get some kind of a job so I know that where my family's future is stabilized, right? And then at that point, if the universe has set things up for me properly, such that I have a sufficient name recognition, etc., um, that I can make a real shot at it, then I'll take a real shot at it, you know? But it's going to take a lot more than me to get me elected, or even to get get the country aware of me. I believe that there are plenty of people in the U.S. I believe that a majority of the voting populace in the U.S., if they had a chance to hear me speak, they'd be convinced that I'm the best choice. Maybe that's just wild imaginings on my part, but I believe that because I believe in being correct. You know, I don't think I know for a fact that there's never been a candidate who has been entirely correct about all this stuff like I am. And so we don't know how the American people will respond to that yet because it's never occurred before that you have somebody who's that correct good of a candidate, you know, like and on all levels, who's not a partisan and who's also not a moderate. That you don't want to play, you know, the middle ground is always correct or something. Instead, who's that deeply, thoroughly, correctly informed about policy matters, constitutional law, the federal government, etc. I wouldn't be too aggro. Well, left not. I mean, the thing is, I agree with you that that's historically been the case, but I believe I can validate people's emotions as well. Like, the thing is, we human beings are unique in their capacity to be continually open systems. So things that work very well until they're named and understood, in which case they don't work maybe at all. So it's like, let's say, you know, if somebody were to try the Milgram experiment today, they'd find that many people who go in to be experimented on are familiar with the experiment, and that's going to make them behave differently, right? So the thing is, the emotion I want to connect people with is their true and earnest patriotism, their love of country. I want them to love their country more than they hate the other team. And I think that's something people can resonate with.
Yeah, I think that makes sense, you know. You need people to love their country first.
Because we're all one team and our country's well-being affects everybody, you know? It's like if if you have big inflation because of COVID policy stupidity, then that impacts everybody. Everybody's money is worth less. Right. Well, and that's because people don't have an alternative in front of them in terms of narratives, right? The alternative to the existing narratives is the following. Let's talk about number one, policy, not people. Okay? I don't care how horrible of a person Trump is, or Hillary Clinton, or Kamala Harris. Let's start talking about actual policy. What are the correct things for the United States to do in its capacity as a member of an international community? What are the correct things for us to do domestically? What are the correct things for the federal government to deal with in general, and which kinds of things are not appropriate for the federal government to deal with? And what's the frame of reference through which we should advocate things? These kind of questions allow us to be correct long term, allow us to preserve the integrity of the American democracy by the integrity of political discourse. Currently, everybody engaged in political talk that I can hear is representing some form of wrong frame of reference on politics. It's not just that they're wrong about the specific thing they're talking about, it's that it represents a frame of reference that's fundamentally adversarial against the other guys first, rather than unity minded, solution minded, or correct. Now, can you start an internet analysis of news business, Eric? I mean, I'm not going to right now. What's interesting, Winston's mom, is there are some unexpected consequences of Trump's trade nonsense, such as, was it you, Rachel, was telling me about the purses, the designer purses stuff?
Excuse me?
Was it you was telling me about Prada?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. So, like, one of the unexpected consequences of it is some luxury brand stuff. China, like the manufacturing concerns in China are starting to talk and say, "Oh, actually, all your Prada stuff is made in China," and now you can get one of those bags for like $5, and it used to be like $500.
Yeah, so I was looking for gifts for Eric for his birthday, and one suggestion was a Prada wallet, and it was originally $995, and now it's $5. And on TikTok, all these like Chinese people, they're like, "Oh, you're gonna, you know what? Your luxury bag that you paid like $1,000 for, huh? Made in China."
I am.
Yeah, so.
Anyway, right now what I'm dealing with is first and foremost, I'm dealing with my own family stuff, right? I'm taking care of this house, getting it done ASAP and then sold ASAP, and then I can get my teeth fixed and get a job, and then at that point I can think about other stuff, right? I can focus on other stuff a little more seriously. Because until then, I'm kind of in this limbo. No, I get that too, Aleph, not, but then that's why I have to make an informed decision based on the situation then, right? Like, so if at a point after I got things set up how they need to be and running smoothly, I want to disrupt that smooth run of things and try to actually seriously run for president, well then that's fine. Because the reason I would do that is that in in the time in between, like now and then, there'll be something that will have happened that would make it a realistic option for me. And if nothing, meaning like I have 100,000 subs or something, you know, that's kind of my number for where I could in theory be heard a little bit, you know, because if you're not being heard, then it doesn't matter how perfect the things you say are. I'm thinking about working at the casino or a hotel someplace around here. If I were to ENTJ you to go on the Joe Rogan show. Well, yeah, that would be a good strategy, Winston's mom. That would be a good strategy. And in an ideal world, I would like to do an old school whistle stop tour where, you know, I go to various places where I can find, like college campuses probably, where I can get a space, a lecture hall or somewhere where they'll let me do political speech and muggity meow. I mean, there's no need to carefully control anything for me, a left not, because because you're not going to ever catch me by surprise, right? I will have all the answers to all your questions in every instance. Or sometimes the answer will be I don't know, or I need to research meow and meow in order to answer that more, in order to answer that correctly. But I will not avoid any questions, and I'll have the answers to almost everything anybody possibly conceive of asking me. I'm deeply familiar with public policy. I was a policy debate coach for years, public forum debate coach, Lincoln Douglas debate coach, etc. Well, if I work at the um, if I work at the casino, I would maybe like to be a dealer. But my neighbor I know works at a hotel. He just like works at the reception desk or something. The reason I'm thinking hotels is because this is a tourist area, and that's kind of like the industry around here. Yeah, I'd like to be a dealer. I think that'd be fun. I'm not sure what's required to become a dealer.
I wonder if there's like training. I mean, that I think.
I don't want to be a teacher, Carlos, baby. I don't want a job that's challenging like that. It's easy to stand behind a counter and do reception at a hotel. I mean, I guess I could go to the county education office and say, "Hi, my name's Eric Strauss, I'm a debate coach. What's your what's your school's situation with the debate?" But this is not a county with a large population, so I don't know. Regardless, I'm not going to be applying for anything until I get my teeth fixed because otherwise we're gonna go, well, we can't hire you to work with people because you have a horrible smile. The gardens. Well, I don't know. Is- The gardens. That's in LA. But I'll start looking at jobs possibilities once I'm ready to apply, you know. That's quite some ways away because we're gonna we're gonna pay for the teeth out of the sale from the other house. So I can't get started on that process until that happens because it's just I don't want to divest and reinvest portfolio. I want to just pay for it out of that. And then, you know, Bang says, your face, sir, look like you got in a fight with life. And then he says, "Do you have $50 to send me?" And then he wants me to give him my hat. Well, Bang, you. You. I don't know what to say to that. You. That sounds great. 40 hours, though. I have to work 40 hours? Don't they have any part-time jobs?
They definitely do. Remember the guy at Boot Jack was like, "Oh, I got a new job that is 5 days a week, and Boot Jack
No,
is
I'm
3."
talking about that gaming.
Oh.
Hi, Johnny Doe. Oh, wow, what a good deal, Bang. Why don't you just, you sure you don't want my cat, too? Oh, Mr. Kitty.
Hmm.
I did, yeah, I used to tutor.
Yes. Mommy and Daddy love you.
What a big
Yes.
boy. What a big boy makes boy. So the Athletics got this new player. He's made his major league debut yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and his name is Nick Kurtz.
Oh, yeah, that's right. And I said to Eric, I was like, it's like a lot of the people who show up on the stream.
Yeah, I know, exactly. A tutor is a cocaine straw. I wasn't that kind of tutor. Okay. Yeah, that's his name. Well, that's where we're going in a little bit. Right now, I have a cat on my lap, so I'm kind of stuck here for a few minutes.
Yeah, like, look at him. Look at the baby boy.
Cardinal Pizza Balla? Cardinal Pizza Balla. Pizza Balla is going to be the Pope. Pope Pizza Balla? That's hilarious. Wearing Pepsi brand to see. What's your feelings on Coke, sir? You know, I got whichever's cheaper, Pepsi or Coke. Doesn't really matter to me.
I like Coke better, personally.
Do you?
Yeah, I do. I do.
I mean, all things being equal, I would get Coke because
Yeah, all
I
things being.
prefer it a little bit over Pepsi, but if Pepsi's on sale or cheaper, I'd get Pepsi, I feel like. Dr. Pepper's uh, not in the mix there. That's not a you've got two apples and an orange if
Well,
you
what about.
include Coke, Pepsi, and Dr. Pepper.
Yeah. What about Sprite and 7 Up?
Well, that's a fair comparison. I like 7 Up better.
I like 7 Up better, too. I don't know what it is.
Someone says that cherry Dr. Pepper is controversial. Hmm.
Wait, really? Cardinal Pizza Ball?
No, I don't get it, show media. They're all sodas with flavors. But Pepsi and Coke are both colas. That's how you know religion is politics. No, a left nod. They don't choose the Pope. God does via his magical smoke.
The Holy Spirit.
Okay, show media. Maybe you are a feet folder.
Oh, come on.
JD Vance chooses the Pope. This
No.
cat's name is Trouble. And this cat's game is also Trouble.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, he can't get close enough to you. Where are you going, Trubs?
Hi, Mr. Kitty. Oh, yes. Oh, what a good boy. What a happy kitty, man.
What a happy kitty, man. Yes, Mommy and Daddy love you.
He's purring so much.
He is.
Earlier today, he had Capilla trapped in our bedroom.
Really?
Yeah, she'd come in and she was up, on the wood thing behind us, the headboard,
Mm-hmm.
and she jumped down, and she does this thing. She puts her paw on my face like this, goes, pat, pat, pat. So okay, I'll give you a pat, pat. But she kept patting me, and so I said, well, okay, fine. What do you want? I got up, and Trouble was sitting right in the doorway, so she could not go out of the room.
Oh, Trouble!
Because he's a dick. Any reason you don't stream on Twitch? I mean, I have a YouTube channel. That's my whole thing. If I could find some way to, like, whenever I go live here, for it to just mirror it at Twitch and at Kick, then that'd be fine. But since I don't have something that easy and convenient, then this is fine. Oh yes, what a big boy. This is such a big cat.
Yeah, he's a big cat. Look how big. Yes. Oh, yes, I know that's your favorite.
Who's a happy boy makes schmappy schmoy.
He's become such a house cat now.
Goodbye,
He goes
I left
outside, but he's like, he waits for us. When we go out, he'll wait for us in the windowsill. Like, that's like his spot now.
Left not's correct. He's gonna go do work, and so should we. Okay, well, let's go do it then. But this cat's just sitting on me, though. No, his paws aren't that big. He does have 5 fingers on his toe, at least one of his front paws, maybe both of them. He's a strange cat. he sheds just.
He hasn't been, well, he can be violent too. He's a scratcher.
Yeah.
I don't, like, when people come over, I'm like, be careful with him because he'll most likely run away, but he's not looking for pets.
Oh, Mr. Kitty. Yes, Daddy knows. And Daddy loves. Oh, yes. Did you know that, Trouble? Did you know that Daddy knows and loves? And loves and knows? Oh my goodness, oh my gracious. I sound like my mom. All right, see you later, Johnny, though. All right, Rachel, let's do it. Let's go to the other house.
Okay. I'm getting my makeup.
We're going to go over there. We're going to try to get a little something done. Okay, up to daisy. Up to daisy, mister. Yeah, he was. He was originally a tomcat out on the streets, living his OG life, Then animal control came and picked him up, cut his balls off, and put him back on the street. And that's when he started to be all like, oh my God, I love you so much. You have to make me your cat now. I only have 1 cigarette left. All right, well, we'll go over there for long enough, and, I'll try to get half the things done, maybe then have my 1 cigarette, and then get the other half of things done, and then go get cigarettes. Through the summer and the fall, we had each other, that was all. I think my voice is getting lower. Lower than what? Lower than it was before. Let me just bring this. Let's bring this whole thing. I'll bring my box of screws and stuff. Did I already take the hardware over there? Seems like I did for some reason, but let me just check in the car, make sure. Charger. No, we're not going to be there for very long because I don't have that much work to do. And I don't want to pack up too much stuff and have to then cart up a whole bunch of shit back again, you know? Because now that it's at, like, the showing stage, I can't leave a bunch of shit over there. I don't see any hardware in the back seat. What about the trunk? No. So, okay, cool. It must be over there. I think I want to go down to the shed first, though. Let me bring more. I think I put all that hardware in the closet over there. Let's go a little clip on it. So, could go to the shed. I think let's just go put up the hardware we have first. I'm not sure where Rachel is. Okay. Go get Rachel. I'm gonna put these in the closet over there right now. Hi.
Hi. Thanks for waiting for me.
Sure, no problem. It's a little bit chilly today, huh?
Yeah.
It's cold in the house this morning. You know what temperature it was when I looked at the thermostat this morning?
What?
61.
Really?
Yeah, we had the heater off.
Oh. Oh.
Well, that probably has something to do with
Survived.
why I slept so well.
Yeah, yeah. I think I should bring something warmer than this.
No, we can always
Okay.
put the heater on over there if we wanted to.
Okay.
for about 60 seconds or so until we reconnect. Thanks for your patience.
Bye, Trouble.
Bye, Trouble.
And we're back.
And we're back. We did it. We drove from home and we came over here. Yeah, we did it.
We did it.
I gotta get my stuff. Let me just put this down upstairs. And you guys can watch me carrying my stuff up. That'll be good for you. That'll be exciting. I gotta pressure wash this shit.
Good sweeping job.
Thanks.
You know, the curtains really actually do make a difference. Wow, it looks so. You did such a good fucking job. My God, thank you.
Thanks.
Hi, Sean. If I had the impetus to do it, I'd get the carpet cleaner again because it still looks kind of dirty. I mean, yeah, but it looks so much better than it did before. Like,
Right?
really, you did an amazing job. It looks so set up for to be sold.
Cool, thanks.
You're welcome.
He put those things on that thing, so.
Oh, so he thought that
Yes,
it
he
looked
liked it.
better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's see what I got in this closet. Do I have an extension cord? If not, I have one in the cupboard. I don't have an extension cord. Apparently these things. But where's the drainage hardware? Wait, maybe I put it. Did I? No. I didn't bring it. Oh, here it is. Okay, thank God. Okay.
Like, why would they be in there?
Right,
We
so,
found them.
yeah,
That's what
I
matters.
figured I set them in one of those places like that. Okay. Now, glasses, and here we go. Hi, Sean. Hi, this Berber bussin'. You get a new place in Michigan. I wonder if you have any tips as a new homeowner. I'd say don't try to make your home perfect. Like don't exert too much energy on what's going on here. There we go. All right.
Close the door? Or...
Yeah, that'd be fine. You want to turn on the heater?
Yeah, if you don't mind.
Okay. I'm gonna put you here. Here. You'll be able to see all of the hot drape reaction. Well, I don't have my step stool here either, so. I could try to use these existing holes. Are there drywall anchors in there? Not sure. Get my tool bag. It appears we were having some connectivity issues there for a second. Okay. It doesn't look like there are drywall anchors in there, but there are holes drilled. So let me see if I can just punch these directly into those holes. If it's the right size. Okay, so. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Okay, well, let's see if we can get a drywall anchor in there. That'd be convenient. I can just use those existing holes. I didn't paint in here, I didn't backboard or anything, so. Let's see. Let's see if those go in there. Almost. Let me get a. How about? Yeah, this will be fine. Okay. Now let's try this one. Still no, huh? Okay. Guess I have to drill. Okay, I'm gonna have to go down and get my extension cord. Of course I do. Alright. At least I have an extension cord with me. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get it. Alright, let's go get the extension cord. You guys might as well come with me.
Back to the house.
No, it's in the car.
Oh,
Extension cord. Extension cord.
extension.
Don't want to lose this tape measure. Right, let me turn on the heater. Forgot about that. All right. What do I feel in my heart of hearts? Feel an emotion called. It doesn't matter what it's called because it doesn't mean anything as far as argumentation goes. It's one of those non-exclusive things. You just put any sound when you're talking about an emotion. Okay, there. Now let me put you where you're supposed to be. Great there, yeah, oh yeah. It's gonna be great for you. You're gonna love this. All right, let's see if that's good enough. No, it's not. Now I have to get a new fucking thing. Use the right-sized drill bit, you dumbass. Fuck you, TE. I hate you so much. You have to do it right. It's gonna be all terrible. Thanks a lot, TE. Just what I wanted. I hate hanging things. Some tasks I don't mind doing that much. Hanging things I fucking hate. It's like the worst. Oh, now the hole's too big, Eric. You're gonna have to fix it with a different kind of drywall lacquer. Thanks a lot. Thanks, TE. Thanks for sucking so much ass. Just open already. Could you open any slower? Freaking dirty son of a bitch. No, the whole thing big. It sure is. Fuck you too. Fuck you so much. That's all you can say to that is fuck you very much. It's fine though. Don't even worry about it. Don't even stress your pretty little heads about it, because we're gonna make this work no problem. Okay, first off. First you go like so. We're gonna need a long meow. This is what I need. Okay. All right, let's try it. It's not gonna work right side up first. Fine. Be that way. Wait, hold on. I think I know how to do this. TE finally solved the riddle for me. Don't do that. It's like this. Now, get the bottom one. I should have brought my step stool. How am I supposed to think ahead like that all the time? It's ridiculous. Okay. That seems sort of sturdy, I guess. Now let's do this one. Make sure this one also works. Yeah, it does. So, I need to drill these holes out. Okay. From the streets of San Francisco to the freeways of LA, It's a long line of cars trying to get through. It's a long line of cars. It's all because of you. Remember, Eric started without the thing on. Go ahead. Don't be difficult. Good. I got it. Okay. Now, let's get a pole. I'm gonna have to go home and get another draper rod, but this one will do for right now in here. Okay. So now we just need to get the drapes and put it on the draper rod. Alright. Here we go. Good trash bag. Oh, it's 2 grapes. Okay. Okay. And this one. Okay. Put the trash in the trash bag. And do this. Look at that. Drywall dust up. Oops, I knocked the skirt off of this one. I'm sorry, did I accidentally knock your skirt off? There. Okay. Let's scoop up some of this stuff. Put it in here. Okay. Now, let's go to the next room. I'll bring curtains. Okay. 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 Got my extension cord here. So we've got the same situation here with the holes already being in place. See if they look the same. Trash bags over here. Put the trash in the trash bag. Yeah. That's kind of cool. Holes are already drilled. That's a little bit easier to do some measuring, you know. I still have to do drilling and all the rest, but I don't have to measure or make marks. All right. What is the matter with you? Okay. Now, I'm going to plug in this extension cord. What? Yeah, for it. All right. Okay. I just let me do the other side first. Before I change bits. Okay. Okay. Good.
Good job.
Thanks. No. God damn it, Eric. You're rushing and being stupid. No. God damn it. What the fuck? But what the actual fuck though? Oh. Not the hole. This is why I fucking hate hanging things. I need a step stool to even deal with this one. Dumbass. Alright, good enough. That's good enough. Alright. Phew, I thought I was gonna have to do that all over again. Well, I have a pole for this one, but then after this, I'm gonna have to go home and get another pole after I install the last part of it. Okay. Let's bring the vacuum back over here. Or I can actually use the vacuum that's here, maybe. No. No. Come back on. You're not going anywhere, mister. Trash. Trash goes in the trash bag. This is this bag right here. Okay, so look at the other room. Hopefully get the hardware up in here. It also has holes already drilled. That's good. It has this. I'm gonna leave this here actually. I don't know how you take it down. Well, I just leave that pulled up for now. I don't know how to take it down. Put these up. I have to go back home to get a pole. Okay. Let me get a sip of drink. Allen wrench. Okay. Find the right drill bit. There it is. Trying to drill these holes out a bit. Yeah, that seemed to go smoothly. Oh, Joy. I'm gonna put that in first. Uh-oh. Well, just gonna have to go in here and hope for the best. Motherfuck. Okay. It'll do. Not perfect, but it'll do. Where's the other shit? Oh, right there. It's already there. Okay. This one came out imperfect but adequate. That's what you get when you use someone else's holes. So you learn a life lesson from that, I think. All right. This can go here, I guess. I don't know. This trash now goes in here. Now, let's go to the bathroom and put the plates on. Okay, so this goes over this one, I guess. Yeah. Now what I need is this, which I clipped to my shirt for exactly this purpose. Ta-da! He's amazing! Try this again. Now, don't get frustrated, Eric. I won't.
Oh, Eric, you're so funny.
Thanks, darling. Yeah, that's one screw. And that's great. I do need to bring the shop vac over here again. This thing's got dust inside of it. I didn't think to vacuum in here. I mean, I couldn't while these screws are in here, obviously. But I didn't think to also. You best just get along into your hole now. This little screwdriver is actually not a particularly good tool for this, but it's fine. It's not fine, Eric. Use the right tool for the right job. Okay, Dad. How does this go on here? I see. That's weird. I wouldn't have expected that. Go, man. Go on. Gone now. Should I clean these off before? What happens when gives? You know. What do I look like? Captain Clean of the Clean Squad? This'll work better. There we go. Okay. What is that? Some gross dust. What time is it? $7 o'clock? No, 12:35. Big difference. Okay, I'll be back with you in a second. I kind of want to just rent it again and see if I can actually get it clean, you know? I mean, yeah, it's better than it was before, but it's,
100%.
well, it still seems dirty.
It's a 45-year-old carpet.
No, it gotta be 43.
43. Wasn't it built in 80?
That was 81.
Oh, okay. Hi, everyone. I bet you're wondering, what is she doing here? It's because I go wherever Eric goes, pretty much.
Okay, so I want to also remember to bring over a two double A's, I think. I'll bring this with me actually to make sure they fit in here.
Okay. It's time to go back home.
I have to go back because I need one more drapery pole that I don't have here. And then I'll be done, and I also need to get the vacuum because I gotta clean up some dust and stuff that I made today. And then I'll be done inside and take to the pressure washer.
Okay.
Where are the skirts for these ones?
I don't know. Oh.
I put the skirts on all of them. I think it looks
Yeah.
nicer. Looks a little tidier. Don't you think?
Yeah.
Maybe a little less contemporary, but a little tidier.
Yeah. It is less contemporary, don't you feel? Like, not that I'm saying that this shouldn't look less contemporary, because it probably should.
I think that regardless of contemporariness, that this is preferable for showing the house.
Yeah,
so
it is.
Tidier.
Right.
But perhaps I'm underestimating the importance of contemporaneity. Alright, so I'll bring this with me so that I know if it fits or not. And sure, yeah, I do anticipate us coming right back.
Okay. Or should I just stay here?
No, come with,
Okay.
because I'm probably gonna eat at home.
Okay.
Bring those two, yeah. Is that empty, that Pepsi?
Yeah.
Okay, let me take this and put it in the fridge.
Looks great. You did a really good job.
Thanks. Whoa, bag of trash. Okay, there. Now I'm going to toss these down. I'll carry you down and come back up for the bags. For the bag in the box. Okay.
Oh.
Oops. Well, looks like I'm going to see you guys later because I'm almost out of electricity. So until next time, hasta la vista.